Hey there UKDCers, today I have the full review of this, which is the Civivi Trailblazer. This is obviously a Civivi product, therefore made in China. And this is the Damascus version. You can also get this with a G10, just plain G10 scales, and a stonewash blade, which is, I think, Sandvik steel. It will come in this box right here. And inside of that, you're going to get yourself the standard Civivi pouch there, which is very nice, and you of course get yourself your little sticker there as well, and your microfiber. So all in all, good stuff in the box. Onto the knife itself. As I said, you can get this in G10 with a stonewash blade, or you can get it in this, which is the Damascus finish. And it has a layer of twill carbon fibre over some G10. This version here is £125 on Heine, give or take, where the plain Stonewash and G10 one is 106. The action on this one, it's quite strong. Has that very definite half stop, which does accelerate that point into your finger and absolutely will cut you. You can go and see that in my first impressions video if you like. And a nice satisfying snap back to position. It's very easy to open. You get this huge section of like blade cut out there to grab any part of. It is phosphor bronze washers on this. The hardware type is T6s for the body and a T8 for this pivot here. The scales are made out of, as I said, it's G10 underneath, and then you get this layer of twill carbon fibre over the top. It looks fine to me. I have no real issue with that at all. You then get these steel bolsters here that run along for the whole liner. The steel spring there. Yeah, you can see some weight saving cutouts there. You do get yourself a lanyard hole here. You get the deep carry pocket clip, which is very nice. Painted black as well, which is my preference. I know some people don't like this because it chips and wears, but it's less obvious, so I prefer it. You can switch the pocket clip over if you wish, so you can make this left-hand carry, which is what that little hole is there, and because it's just a hole in the blade to pull it open, it's completely ambidextrous, which is absolutely wonderful. Grip on this is very nice. This is a little bit of a hot spot if you get too close up on it, but again, on EDC knives, I don't really think hotspot matters because you're usually just cutting cardboard or something. You sort of can get up on there if you want into that sharpening choil, but I wouldn't recommend it. This bit here is very, very sharp, so exercise caution if you're going to do that, but you can absolutely just get a nice grip like that as well if you want to do some, some hard pushing through some wood or something like that. If you want to do that with your EDC blade, I guess. Fit and finish on this, it appears to be quite lovely. I haven't noticed anything on this that stands out to me. The fitment of these is all quite nice. Nothing standing out. There's nothing like raised. The springs perfectly aligned the whole way. The meat up there is quite good. So yeah, there's no weird excessive gapping where the carbon fibre meets the bolsters. Just seems absolutely fine to me. There's no side to side. The centering is pretty good. Maybe a touch this way, but nothing crazy. The blade on this, as you can see, is a really nice hollow grind. You can see it sort of swoops in there. Very pleasant blade shape on that. Edge retention on it seems to be fine from my little testing. Do take that with a pinch of salt because it's, again, I only cut cardboard and paper with these things. It's nothing serious, so, but it's absolutely held its edge. It doesn't really need a sharpen yet. There's a little bit up here, I think, and a bit there that could do with a quick strop, but it wouldn't need any more than that. It works very well. It's not a really cheap steel. This, it hasn't dulled. Like it's certainly Seems to be better than at least HCR 13 or something like that. You get your lovely sharpening choil here, just below that plunge line there. Let's do a little size comparison here. So there is a Victorinox Pioneer. And there is a UK PK. And you can see it's actually a little bit smaller than the UK PK. A lot closer to the Pioneer there, just a little bit longer here. But this blade length is, if you take it from the bolster, not the cutting edge, the whole blade length, it is a smidge under 3 inches. So there's that. That's good to know for people that are worried about the cutting edge and all that lot. Also, here is the quite large Buck 110. And here is the 940 there. And as you can see, it's just smaller than them as always, because these are big American lock knives. So, using this has been very pleasant. I was a little bit put off at the beginning of this because of the issue where that accelerates that point right into your finger there. I feel like they could have just made this bit here, like extended the sharpening choil just a touch. I know that wouldn't have been a popular option with a lot of people, but it would have been a lot safer. That said, the spring is quite strong, so it's not the end of the world, but definitely something to watch out for. This pocket clip isn't the most comfortable. It's not really a problem on EDC knives because it's just open breakdown cardboard box, open whatever light duty this is going to go through, not an issue. Talking of duty and usage, onto the actual Damascus itself, I was worried that this would scratch quite easily because of course it's a very nice delicate pattern, and I was a little bit worried that putting it through cardboard especially, which can be quite rough stuff, would leave a nasty scratch all the way along it, and there's not a lot you can do about that. You'd have to re-acid etch this and, bugger that. But as you can see, I haven't been shy with this thing. I really have been trying to see, as far as I can reasonably do at work, I have been pushing this through cardboard, whereas usually maybe I'd go through a bit of sellotape or something, but it really hasn't picked up any scratches whatsoever. And that's not to say it won't, but it's at least somewhat durable, which is nice to see. So I'm very happy about that. You don't have to be too shy of using this one, which on Damascus at this price, it's not really ultra high esteemed collectible, never touch it, safe queen stuff. This is still a use a knife kind of thing. So it's nice to see the Damascus can at least put up with a little bit of torture. Spring hasn't taken a lot of damage, although actually I'll tell you what has happened is you can see this was all black on the back of that blade, and you can see, there we go, you can see there and sort of along here that does wear off in your pocket. Because of course this will go in your pocket sort of this way, and here is sort of the edge of your pocket, and that just wears and rubs the whole time you're using it, all shift, and that has worn off quite badly. So I don't really care, but I do feel like maybe they should have just left that silver. It would have matched this better as well. So I might go ahead and just finish the job. Just sand that down or polish that down or whatever, just so it's matches up with this better. But it does seem odd that they go, this lovely silver spring and then straight to black here. But it doesn't affect the functionality whatsoever. It's just a weird aesthetic choice. Odd, but there you go. This is this has a very well done stonewash. I really, really like that stonewash. I think it's really nice. You can see it's worn a little bit here again, where it's been rubbing up against my pocket, the same way as the back of this blade has, because of course they're at the same place. But other than that, you can see it does have a little bit of wear, but the stonewash really hides it quite well. I do really like the look of the stonewash blade as well, but at the price point, especially for the steel you're getting, the steel's not bad by any means either. It's just I'd be expecting a slightly better, like S30 or something like that would have been much nicer for the other one at that price point. £105 or 106 or whatever it is a lot of money for a pocket knife. And G10 14C28N, it does look lovely, but it's still got issues like that. The other one will still have that same issue. The pocket clip, although I really like it because it's discreet, it's deep carry, it's black, so it goes in with black work trousers, it does still look a little cheap. I don't know, there's nothing fancy about it, there's nothing stand out about it. I know that's such a pathetic niggle as well, but it's just nothing special. It's just there to do a job, I guess. If it had been a shape or something, it would have looked a little more pennish, because pens usually have like some fancy style of pocket clip or whatever, like Parker pens or something like that. This is very much a big, thick, chunky pocket clip, so there's that. Compared to a pen, at least. Carbon fibre is nice on this. For 126 for this one, I can just about see it, I suppose, because of the Damascus and the twill carbon fibre over G10. Again, I'm still not sure why you'd go over G10 and not just a solid chunk of twill carbon fibre. Maybe twill carbon fibre is extremely expensive, but I don't know. It just seems like a lot of money for what you're actually getting here. You can get some very similar pieces with similar materials for less. You can get M390 for less, like the Fox Libar and Livery and things like that. And they come with full carbon fibre as well. That's not to say this is bad at all. This is a very good knife. I've really enjoyed having this in my pocket and using it. But at the price point, it is somewhat hard to justify, especially when this is quite a lot cheaper over in the States, and of course if you can get it straight from China. So, but obviously with import taxes, by the time you got it from the States, if it got caught at customs, it would be about the same price anyway. So, there's that. It's just a shame. If this was 100 for this one and maybe 80 or 75 for the other one, I'd be a lot more on board with the Trailblazer. A lot more on board. But that said, don't let that mar your opinion. If you're happy with the Sandvig and you want a decent knife that can put up with a little bit of hard work, I think this is a good bet. As long as you're willing to eat the cost of it. If you really like it and you're happy to drop the money on it, I think this is fantastic. I'm happy to own this, and I will definitely be carrying this more outside of this review rather than just dropping it on a shelf and forgetting about it. But yeah, thank you very much, and cheers.